Well, we first met through my brother. I'll keep saying it's my brother. He originally wanted us to meet. There was back in October where he had kept telling me there's a guy that wants to meet you.
I had heard he had a sister because he had mentioned it, and I had told him playing around, friends being friends, hey, well, hook me up with your sister. And he laughed and he was like, all right, I'll hook you up then, I'll hook you up.
My brother kept saying, just come with us, come with us. But
I remember he had asked me, hey, well, we're gonna get together for my sister's 21st birthday. We're gonna go to Cincinnati Street, and hey, you should go so you can meet her and everything.
my brother comes back and says, no, he doesn't want to go because he says there's too many of your friends there and he'd rather meet you somewhere else.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday.
I'm on my friend Albert's MySpace page, and I'm looking at his friend, and I see this girl, and I'm like, God, who's that girl? So I click on her page, and she has it on private, all locked down, so I couldn't really see. And
So one day I was on MySpace and it was in February, towards the end of February, and I received a message from a guy named Jorge. And with that, he had written a message just saying that he thought I was cute, so
I want to meet her, and I go, who is this girl? And he looks at me kind of surprised. I don't know who that is. And I was like, no. Like, that's Eddie's sister. And I'm like, oh, God, I should have gone to her birthday party.
So when I looked at his friends, they were all my friends. And my brother was there too, so I called my brother. I'm like, hey, Eddie, come down here, please. And Eddie showed up, and he said, I asked him, I go, who's this Jorge? I don't know who this guy is, but
I'm gonna try to talk to her. I'm gonna see what happens. And he was like, so you like her, dude? Like, really? You're playing around? Like, no, I'm being serious. I really like her. He's like, well, do your thing. So I did. I got home that night and I sent her a friend request and I wrote a message.
he approved that he said that Jorge was a really good guy and that I should be able to trust him. So I accepted the friend request, and from there I wrote back saying, yes, I think you're cute too.
After I think like a day or so, because she did like a background check on me and everything. Asked all my friends, everything. She probably checked my credit report too, and she responded. She was like, "Hey, well, I think you're cute yourself, and yeah, sure, let's talk and whatever." So she accepted my friend request, and at that moment, I was like, "It's over. I got her," because she thinks I'm cute. That's half the battle. The other battle is just being nice and the winning the rest over, and. I called her that next day after she gave me her number back. And I called once and she didn't answer. So I waited a little bit.
And at the time I was involved in my sorority, and during my meeting I had 2 missed calls. And I was like, well, if it's important to leave a message.
And then I was like, yeah, let me call again. But I felt kind of stalker, I'm calling twice in 5 minutes. I'm like, I'll leave a voicemail the next time. So I called, she didn't answer. And I left the voicemail and everything. Hey, this is George, talk to you on MySpace. Give me a call back, 497, give her my number and everything.
So I called back, and instead of saying, hi, this is Claudia, I was like, hey, do you have Verizon?
Oh, great. We both were happy. I had just finished paying $1,000 phone bill and everything. And same thing with her, she was like, oh, because I got to, lock down on the minutes and everything. So we talked till like 2, 3 in the morning that night.
And it wasn't until after like the 5th month when we finally realized, okay, do we want to be with each other? And that's when we decided to be with each other. He gives me, like, I'm very hard-headed, and he calms me down. He's very patient with me, and he's made me learn to like love life more and be more happy.
If I tell the world, I'll never say enough 'cause it was not
So I got the ring for her, and I remember when I called her, I had told her, no, you know what, I didn't get approved. I was like, but it's okay, you know, I'm gonna ask my aunt, and we're gonna go the following weekend and everything, and we're gonna get it done. Don't worry. And she was like, okay, you know, she really loved the ring. So the whole week, you know, after I got the ring, I was thinking every day, it seemed like for 24 hours. I even dreamt, how am I gonna propose? What am I gonna say?
And it wasn't until his mom's birthday, I knew my parents were gonna go because we had talked months in advance that my parents were gonna go to his mom's birthday party because we threw a big party for her.
You know, so I told a few of my aunts, I told them what the plan was. Is we're gonna bring them all into the, you know, into the living room. We're gonna see my mom happy birthday, you know, so she won't even see it coming.
And that's when I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna sing happy birthday like we always do. So I got up and everybody was up and we started singing happy birthday. Well, esta mañanitas.
And she's gonna sit down once everyone finishes singing happy birthday. And I grab her hand and she sees that I'm the one standing up.
That's when I realized that everybody kind of stopped and sat down. And I'm looking at everyone and I look to my left and I see Jorge still standing. I was just kind of like, okay, what's going on?
I pull her to the side. And at that moment I think to myself, oh God, I have nothing to say. And then I'm blank.
And his hands were shaking. I was just like, uh-oh. I was like, this has to be the proposal. And he starts talking to me and then
But I got on one knee and I pulled out the ring and, you know, I asked her if she'll marry me. And
he just he starts kind of like crying a little bit, but his voice was shaking, so I couldn't really hear much. But
you know, instead of her letting me put the ring on her, she grabs the ring from the box. Yes, you know, and she puts it on. She's all happy, and we cried.
at the end, it kind of was just more like because of me, it's made him become the man that who he is, and I've helped him. It was just very emotional. I just started crying, and
To me, I'm not marrying just, you know, someone I love. I'm marrying my best friend, someone who I look forward to just spending the rest of my life with, and I know just being with you, regardless of what, you know, things we do have and don't have. I know I'm gonna be happy. Because I know when I wake up, you're going to be the first person I see and the last person I see when I go to sleep. And I look forward to that, and I just can't say enough words, you know. I am where I am because of you, and I am who I am because of you.
and just I'm very proud of you, and I thank you so much for being in my life because you have grounded me, you have taken care of my stubbornness, you've calmed me down when I get upset, but you've always been encouraging me. When I'm about to give up, you've always been there to push me, and I want to thank you and I love you extremely.